Sam, you're back. Tell me how it went.
It went really well. A lot of unexpected circumstances. I don't know if you heard or not, but the bike didn't arrive when it was supposed to. It came about 7 days later, 6 days later, I guess, to Edmonton. It's supposed to come to Vancouver, but thanks to Harley Davidson, they gave me a loaner bike to take from Vancouver over to Edmonton, and it was just remarkable.
Tell
Just
me about
remarkable.
what the purpose of the trip was, but what it turned out to be.
The purpose actually was twofold. It was number one, a bucket list item of mine, but more importantly, it was to raise awareness of heart and stroke. Again, like I said before, my mother and my mother-in-law both passed away within 8 days of each other last fall. My father also died of heart ailments, and oh, by the way, they both died of heart ailments. It was just to raise awareness, and we raised about 7,600, almost $7,700 so far.
So that was your goal was 5,000.
Goal was 5,000. We almost had that before I left, so I doubled the goal. I said let's go to 10,000, and then we'll go from there.
Tell me about some of the circumstances that happened, unexpected, but in true Harley, true Canadian fashion, they were resolved.
Yeah, the guy bringing the bike out, the trailer broke down somewhere in northern Ontario. It turned out to be in Geraldton, Ontario. When I found out about it, the guy told me the bike was going to be about 8 days to 10 days late. Harley Davidson found out about it through people like yourself and Mark Richardson, and they called me and stepped up. They had the bike shipped from Geraldton. Actually, first of all, they said from Thunder Bay to Geraldton, which is 10 hours away. Got the bike off the trailer, took it back to Thunder Bay, hired somebody from Quebec to bring the bike out from Thunder Bay to Edmonton. Gave me a brand new loaner bike from Vancouver over to Edmonton, and the rest is history. I had a blast time. I met some nice people along the way. Had a moose run out in front of me, and up by Dryden. It was just remarkable. It was just a good time.
You were pretty discouraged though, like you were saying you were on the phone booking your flight back or about to book your flight back when the good news came at the last minute.
Yeah, I was actually sitting in my hotel room. I had to be out of the hotel room by 11:30 in Abbotsford. Harley had said that they were going to try and get me a bike. I hadn't heard. So what happened was again, you're right, I was dejected. So I was actually on the computer ready to book my flight. Hardy called and said, "Hey, can you be in Langley? And we've got a bike waiting there for you." That was pretty remarkable. I guess one of the nicest things, not nicest thing, wrong choice of words. One of the things I did was I stopped in at Kamloops at the residential school and paid my respects to the 215 children that were there.
Tell me about that. How you stopped and you didn't want to be obviously disrespectful, but they welcomed you.
Yeah, actually, when I pulled up on a bike, here's a guy on a motorcycle and with a black leather jacket on. Three Aboriginal people come over to me, and I got off the bike and said, "Look, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If I'm not supposed to be here, I'll leave." I said, "I'm not from BC. I'm from Ontario. I just came to pay my respects." They actually welcomed me. A gentleman by the name of Les Dean, who was in charge of the maintenance of the buildings and on the grounds, sort of gave me a guided tour around. I didn't go down to the apple grove where the children were buried, and that's okay with me. But I went to the monument, and he told me the story of one morning they came back into work, and there was 215 lights, solar lights put on the hill, with shoes beside each one, a pair of kids' shoes, and a stuffed toy beside each one, and they have no clue who did it. So just remarkable, just absolutely remarkable.
Trip sounds like it was a lot more than what you expected it to be.
It was a lot more. The people were so friendly no matter where I went. And just as a side note, I was in Moose, Saskatchewan. That was my jumping off point because I had to go across Manitoba in one day. If I stayed overnight in Manitoba, I had to quarantine. I didn't want to do that. So I stayed in Moose, Manitoba, and I'm coming with my bike. I'm offloading my luggage from the bike, and this guy comes walking out the door. Turns out it was a client of mine from here. And I had just showed him my house a week and a half before, so it was just remarkable. It was fun. It was funny. So I had dinner with him that night. We talked about a few things, and it was
As
good.
vast as the country is, how small it is when you.
That was remarkable. He was at a potash mine. He has some problems with a potash mine, and he was down there to help him out. Just great stuff.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. 100%. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to talk my wife into letting me go to the East Coast, and I can say I've ridden across Canada in one day, or 1 year rather. Sorry.
And as I say, it's nice to see the support from all the donations.
Oh, just everybody. I mean, everybody. The company I work for stepped up. All the people I work for, they donated. Friends I haven't seen in a long time. There's a couple that I know from Calgary. He was having eye surgery, and he stepped up to help me out. It was just remarkable. People just, I don't know, just remarkable. It was great.
Trip of a lifetime.
Trip of a lifetime. Trip of a lifetime that I will have so many memories and so many thank yous. I don't think I can ever thank everybody enough.